मान लो कोई आपका फ्रेंड है, इफ यू हैव अ फ्रेंड and that friend always uses the luxury, if the friend of yours always uses the branded items, तो देखने के बाद आपको क्या लगेगा, देखने के बाद क्या लगेगा आपको, ये लगेगा ना कि द पर्सन मस्ट बी फ्रॉम अ वेरी इकोनॉमिकली एम्पावर्ड फैमिली. सो व्हाट यू विल फाइंड, यू विल से ना कि दिस पर्सन इज फ्रॉम अ वेरी इकोनॉमिकली एम्पावर्ड फैमिली, तब तो वो इतना ब्रांड मेंटेन कर रहा है, तभी तो वो इतना ब्रांड मेंटेन कर रहा है. और एक आपका फ्रेंड है जो नॉर्मल टाइप का जीन्स पहन रहा है और नॉर्मल अपने लाइफ को लीड कर रहा है, वो बाहर में भी किसी टी शॉप पर भी जाकर के कॉफ़ी पी ले चाय कॉफ़ी पी सकता है. अब उसको स्टारबक्स में जाना या सीसीडी में जाना ज़रूरी नहीं है. तो आप क्या देखोगे उसके कि भाई ठीक है, इसका जो इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन है वो एक नॉर्मल कंडीशन है. सो थ्रू द टाइप ऑफ द थिंग्स दैट यू यूज, through this also your economic and social condition can be calculated. Now my dear friends, if you will see the Harappan people, so what type of utilities, what type of items they were using, through this you can calculate their, you can assume their economic and social conditions. So the types of the products, the types of the product used by them, through which you can calculate the, you can assume the economic and social status of a person. अब दोस्तों जो उस टाइम में जो प्रोडक्ट्स होते थे, they were of two types. So products or goods which were used by them were of two types. One is always the utilitarian, one is the utilitarian product, another is the luxurious items. One is the utilitarian product. Utilitarian product means which is made up of normal things, normal items, and second is the luxurious product. Now my dear friends, this utilitarian items, they were made up of ordinary materials. So utilitarian items, they were made up of normal materials. Like stone, like mud, not mud, basically clay. So the utilitarian items, they are the normal materials which is made up of stone, or which is made up of clay. या तो वो बना होगा पत्थर का या तो होगा वो मिट्टी का बना, तो that is a utilitarian item because they are the non-costly materials. So they are the non-costly material through which you can made. Other than this, you will find some products, you will find some items which is made up of costly material, costly materials and non-local items, and the example of this is called faience. Example is faience. So the example is faience. Now what is faience? This is a item, this is a product made up of, this is a product which is made up of, so this is a product, my dear friends, which is made up of grounds, it is made up of fine or you can say that it is made up of grounded sand, grinded sand or silica, grinded sand and silica mixed with the color, mixed with color and gum, and are baked in, and you will find that they are baked in fire and are baked in fire. So these are called fions. So these are called fions, and you will find that the making of fions, the making of this fions, guys, it is complex. It's complex in nature. It is complex in nature. Therefore, you can say that this fions is a costly material. So then you can say that this fions is a luxury item. So this fions is a luxury item. So this fions is a what type of item it is? So it's a luxury item. So this fions is a luxury item. So those who are using fions, no, poor people, they were not using the luxury items. The valuable items, you will find that those people who are economically empowered, they were using the luxury item, and the person who were not economically empowered, they were using utilitarian item. So those who were not economically empowered, they were using the utilitarian item. For those not economically empowered, were using the utilitarian, and those who were rich, they were using the luxurious item. ये बात समझ में आ गई? People also using luxurious item? Not at all. भाई पैसा ही नहीं होगा कैसे होगा? मान लो कोई पर्सन है जो बहुत ज़्यादा rich नहीं है, what he will use? He will use regular items, that will be the non-utilitarian items. And if that person is rich, then only can use the luxurious item. ये बात सबको समझ आ गई? ये बात सबको समझ आया कि पुअर पीपल भाई बिल्कुल लग्जरियस आइटम नहीं यूज करेंगे, पुअर पीपल यूज करेंगे यूटिलिटेरियन आइटम, और जो रिच पीपल होंगे वो यूज करेंगे लग्जरियस आइटम. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आप अपनी सोसाइटी में देखो, मान लो कोई एक नॉर्मल पर्सन है जो ठीक ठाक इकोनॉमिकल बैकग्राउंड का है, तो वो अपने घर में क्या यूज़ करेगा? स्टील की कटोरी. और वही अगर कोई पर्सन बहुत रिच है, बहुत इकोनॉमिकली एम्पावर्ड है, तो वो अपने घर में क्या यूज़ करेगा? जो पीतल की कटोरी भी यूज़ कर सकता है या कांसे की कटोरी भी यूज़ कर सकता है. व्हाट इट विल शो? इट विल शो द कटोरी इज सेम, बट वन इट इज मेड अप ऑफ नॉर्मल स्टील एंड वन इट इज मेड अप ऑफ ब्रास. सो ब्रास के आइटम्स वैसे भी महंगे होते हैं. सो व्हाट इट विल शो? इट विल शो द इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन ऑफ अ पर्सन. आई होप इट इज क्लियर माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. एंड यू विल फाइंड दैट कि द वैल्यूएबल आइटम्स और दिस लग्जरियस आइटम्स, द valuable items were generally found from big cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, and they were rarely found in the small areas and rarely found in small sites of Harappa. So these type of things, guys, which were luxurious items, they were generally found in the big cities. Why they were generally found in big cities? Because the people, they have the purchasing capacity to purchase those items, and you will find that generally in the small cities the people do not have that much of economic wealth to purchase those items. So in the weaker cities you will find that they will not be purchasing the items, the luxurious items which were rarely being found. और इसके भी फ्रेंड्स एग्जाम्पल हैं. if you will see this thing, the valuable items were generally found from the big cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. इसके भी examples हैं. You will find that there is a miniature pot. Example, the evidence is miniature pot found from Mohenjo-daro, which was made by faience, and it is said that this pot, miniature pot, might be used to keep the perfume. So this miniature pot might be used to keep perfume, might be used to keep perfume. So you will find that what you will find from these lines, you will find that the persons who were living in the big cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, they were economically rich, and the persons who were living in the small cities of the Harappa, they were not economically rich. So through this you can also understand, through the luxurious items, you can also understand about the areas, which areas of the Indus Valley they were economically empowered and which areas of Indus Valley that was not economically empowered. Am I clear to this?
अब एग्जाम की तैयारी को और बेहतर करने के लिए हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।